Hey guys, welcome to the channel, Sonny here, and today we got a surprisingly voluminous patch. We were talking about this before it came out. I had zero expectation, nothing in it. There's not a whole lot of different things in it, but some good things in it. So let's get into it. Some surprising twists and turns. I personally thought class balance was completely done, but PA managed to sneak in a much needed PvP nerf on Deadeye. And also with Arena Solare starting next week, very welcome change here. So, quick look. Death is coming. It's the let me find it here real quick. Is it Doom and Gloom? Yeah, Doom and Gloom. Disability shift LMB. They're changing it from a full sub armor to be a sub armor while moving and then forward guard while attacking. So it's actually going to have a forward guard. Next up is Max Pain, where you're going to be, instead of going iframe into sub armor, it's just going to be full sub armor. And on the Awakening Weapons, the C ability, the shot on the ground, the rocket shot, is going to be changing from a sub armor to a forward guard. And the rocket mobility, evasive shot or whatever it's called, it's going to change from iframe sub armor into a super armor forward guard. And great, this is like, the class needed some gaps, some forward guards to be able to be punished. A lot of these you probably won't be able to catch it in, but also means that you do have to play more accordingly. You can't just go completely haywire. There's some class going to be able to abuse these forward guards, and especially in AOS and group fighting, it will change how you can play on it. So super happy to see this, much needed. Yeah, it's still gonna be a strong class. Let's not kid ourselves here. There is some bug fixes, changes. The main thing here is like the AP stuff, just unifying it. I wouldn't say there's any like buffs or nerfs here really. Down on Wukong, there is some bug fixes. There's some description text here, but then on this one, got it. The issue where the target would occasionally wake up quickly when using the skill has been improved, and the distance at which the target hit by Goku a throne has been reduced by approximately 25%, and the length of the knockdown attack judgment has been increased by 25%. So that's like the size of the AoEs, I believe, on the CC here. And now the big thing in today's patch, Arena of Solare. And there's some really exciting stuff in here. Lots of Cron stones. Okay, so Arena Solare is starting next week. It's coming out. It's going to be running for 1 month. So October 23rd until October 27th. So a month, right? Month and a week, like last time. There's a bit changes here to the points. You get a bit less points on a win, but you need less wins for hitting win streaks. Yeah, but like they're trying to reduce the inflation a little bit here. Next up, there's some changes to crystals in the gearing, right? So they're adding new crystals for the main hand weapon. There's gonna add this one here, 1 human damage plus 250 HP. In your offhand, you get the choice between these two here, which is basically the corrupted crystals, except with no set bonus, right? It's built in, so you can go like 1-1 if you want to. You don't have to really go for 2 for the set bonus anymore. So this is basically just corrupted crystal. Down here, you have 3 AP with down attack, air attack multiplier 12%, and then 150 stamina reduction. This is great for something like a warrior, right? Any class that relies on comboing, and these up here are great for classes that do super armor trade. On the Awakening Weapon, you have the Fighting Spirit option here, which is 2 attack power, AP, and then 27 accuracy, and 250 HP. On the main hand weapon, they are making some adjustments as well. This one here is getting nerfed down to the normal value. I think this was the initial value, so 5%, but only -2, -6. The shoes here are getting changed, so 250 stamina and 2.5% movement, but they're removing the HP, and then on the Pilgrim, the head crystal, they're giving it 250 HP and 50 recovery, but removing the stamina. A bit more specializing on the crystals here. They might actually be useful, right? They're removing these 2 crystals, the L-cars on the main hand and corrupted, basically replacing them. And they are also removing Machas and Hooms. That's right. No more Hoom stacking circus running around. So yeah, interesting. But they're then adding some like other options for the tankiness if you want to be a tanky build. One of those options is a new earring, which looks to have no stats other than 250 HP. So this is your shy earring, right? Potentially. I don't know if this is like missing stuff. It seems weird that it's only 250 HP and no stats on it whatsoever. The other earrings here, they're deleting this one. I guess, yeah, they're deleting this one here, which is max BSR, the current earring you have, and then they're adding this one back, and it's going to be 15 AP, and then it's BSR recovery 0.3. So I guess those like the earring options, right? This one is gone, and they're adding recovery in instead of max. They're adding victory poses, so you can flex on people when you win. Unfortunately, some of the fun ones are excluded. Who could have guessed? Sweeping forward, graduation, and boarding. Surely they're gonna add a teabagging one day, so you can go in here in the setting and you can choose which one you want to flex whenever you win. So you can customize it with the different emotes in the game. They are doing new maps this season. The only one that's staying in is Valley of Olens. Thank God PA learned their lessons over the years to always keep Olens in. And they're adding 3 new maps. Looks like a total of 4. We got Outpost over here, Orbiter, and a Swamp. Personally, I think this one here looks really good. This here just, yeah, big circle. And this one here, I am sure I'm going to get stuck on branches and trees left and right and just fall over and die. Love it. But yeah, this one here looks really good. Next up is the rewards, and this is when it gets kind of interesting. So when you're over 1500 points, when you're red rank and above, you are getting a new chest now. And this new chest has 200 million silver in instead of 100 million on the win. And it has 100 mil on the loss. So pretty much just doubling up the silver. If you're over 1500, if you're below 1500, you still get the old boxes. And this does accumulate quite a bit if you play enough games, right? It's a solid little payout at the end, and doubling the silver reward is really good and very needed, to say the very least. And here comes the big one. This is pretty big, and it's a Y-tap change. So there's going to be, just like you have your login rewards, well, like your accumulated playtime, you get these rewards. They're doing it as well for AOS ranked wins. So I'll just read here. While the rewards aren't particularly flashy, they are clear goals that can be naturally achieved through consistent play. We hope that these challenges will continue to make your gameplay even more enjoyable. Thank you. So the big note is, right, a challenge on the white has been added. On the accumulated numbers of wins in ranked battles. Ranked match win records from past seasons will also be applied retroactively. So if you've already played a bunch of seasons, all your wins from the 7 previous, this is the 8th season, right? The 7 previous seasons will all count for this. And these are the rewards. So your first 10 wins, you get a 500 crons. And yes, they add up. You get all of them. 20 wins, 700. 1,000, 15, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 7, 10, 20, and 30K Cronstones at 2,000 ranked wins. So there are plenty of AOS enjoyers out there that's in the past season played well or won over 2,000 games. They will be able to get, I think the total number is 84,700 Cronstones next week by just logging on. And for the rest of us, we might get a couple of these Cronstones. I think I have like maybe 200 wins, maybe 150 throughout the seasons. I don't get to play that much, right? Because of time zones. So we'll log on, we'll get some, and then we'll have some goals to accumulate over time. And this is a permanent addition. So even if you have 0 wins, it's not like you have to play 2,000 wins in one season. This will always be there. So let's say you get 50 wins, and then next season you get 150 wins. Well, that's a total of 200, and you could be able to just cash out all of them, right? So really, really, really cool. That's a lot of Cronstones. That's a lot of Cronstones. Hell yeah, dude. And all the other rewards stay the same. This is just a pure addition for accumulated ranked wins permanently. Yeah, so all the other rewards, the end of season rewards, are the same as the previous reward. So that's top 100 gets a costume. You get those boxes at the end with Cron stones in and all that stuff, right? Yeah. Another little note about this that I know you guys are going to be happy to see. This is a GM note about ranked AOS. But this season of Solare regular season, we're introducing a standardized investigation process and strengthening penalty guidelines to take firm actions against proxy play, account piloting / boosting. These measures will be applied uniformly across all regions. If account boosting is detected in Solare ranked matches, access to the arena will be immediately suspended and the account will be removed from the rankings and unavailable for season rewards. In addition, per the operation policy, further penalties such as game restrictions may be applied and participation in official tournaments will be suspended for 6 months. We ask for your cooperation in maintaining a fair, enjoyable play environment and will continue to do our utmost to support these efforts. You love to see it. That's good. All that stuff is super annoying, right? Great that official note about this. We'll see how it goes, right? But apparently this was already in effect in the EU, and a lot of people have been banned the pre-seasons, even if they're like, oh, nobody get banned. They get banned. So if you see the stuff here, report it, right? See somebody boosting, piloting, whatever, make a ticket. Make a ticket. This one here, we already knew about. I covered that in my events video. So this was knowledge since patch day, right? But extracting pearl harness, carriage, and ship equipment will be coming in next week on Thursday. So you can get Cron stones from the horse gear. And it's going to be around 2.2 million silver per Cron stone from horse gear if you extract it. And I think it's 2.15 from costumes. But it's still, they're basically the same price. Next up is these items here are going to be removed from the pearl shop. The minimum ship set, fishing boat, ferry set, like these old stuff, like old costumes, they'll be removed from the pearl shop. However, a new crafting method has been added to obtain the following for ship cosmetics in game. So instead of having to buy these if you like a fishing boat outfit, you can now craft them. You cannot extract Cron stones from these guys. Sorry. Wouldn't it be nice if you just craft these and Cron them? Whew. So yeah, you can make these. Here are the recipes to make them in game if you still want them for some of your stuff. And another W change I wasn't expecting to see, but I love to do, is nerfing DR crystals. They are nerfing the DR Innovation 1 and Bun crystals. They're not touching the Jin crystals. But these here are gonna lose 5 DR, actually 6 DR. 6 DR per crystal on the Bun versions, and Evasion is gonna lose 7 Evasion, I think. So that means you're gonna be losing 36 DR. 36 DR plus potential more like off the sheet. It might even be 40 DR you're gonna be shorter if you're running a full 6 Bun crystal and being unkillable. So it's a huge nerf to just like a cheap 6 build unkillable DR build. The Jin build is still untouched, but at least it costs like 25 build per crystal. So I would have liked to see that maybe they nerfed the Jin crystal with a few DR as well, and then maybe the hand crystal where you need 100 end times would be the same DR. Just to like reduce the budget builds a bit more, just nerf them across the board. Would be nice, but this is a big deal. A lot of people just put these in and are killable. So love to see it. Next up is just the item description changes here, just changing how wording is on different abilities. Nothing here either. Bulk process recipe added to Perfume of Desire, and Perfume of Processing recipe uses Essence of Caphras, allowing you to do 10 at a time. These are the new perfumes. Over here for Black Shrine, Calamity 8, 9, and 10 Gumiho is getting slightly changed. Depending on how fast you enter the orb phase, where she spawns like a bunch of orbs, and you have to put them into the circle, the faster you do it, the less orbs appear. So if you do it within 30 seconds, it is 1 orb, and after that, every 30 seconds, it's 1 more orb, up to a total of 9 orbs, depending on how fast you enter that phase. And here, for me, this is the most amazing one. They're changing the iframe pattern, so instead of having a 15-second cooldown between the iframes, it's 25% cooldown. 25 seconds cooldown. So less annoying iframes when you're doing Gummy Home. For Attraction Last Gladius, the Electra Fight, and iframe effects that exist during some of the attacks have been removed or modified, and then during the final battle with the Heart of Atomagia, if you kill all of the mob spawning, then the thing just pumps and you just nuke the heart. That's about it. Yeah. Some hunting ground changes here for Idania. When the Black Wind appears at Ethereum Castle, the surrounding Dark Spirits will now be stunned. For Nymph Castle, the wait time between the spawns are reduced by 1 second. And Orbiter Castle, during the bonus gimmick, the scene where the Night Grave Keeper is defeated and affected, blah 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 blah, has been proved to flow more naturally, whatever that means. Next up is the weekly kill of Rusalka. The forward guard has been removed from some of the attacks, so you can just keep blasting her. They're buffing, I guess, the top 20 rewards on the world bosses Quint and Muraka. I don't think anyone's killing these ever. And also, if you get the Spook, that's the anti-AFK mechanic, it will now reduce your health by 100% on hit. So it will actually just one-shot you no matter what. Changes for Node Wars and Sieges, they are changing the elephants. Basically here, change of the maximum attack power limit applied to the category elephant in Node Wars and Siege. Maximum attack power limit is 395 based on the final ability, and that should be the T1 limit here. And due to the maximum attack power limit, the health and defense have been adjusted together. Some background changes, nothing here. There's some improvements to the enhancing back UI. So when you open it, a bottom and side, so you can view your Valks list. Basically taking all the Valks advice, like the Felsack, put them into a separate bag, and then you can search for it. That's pretty much it here. Some bug fixes with moving items from it. And they're adding a high combat experience tag to the hunting ground UI for all of the Idania spots, and Gaifen, but not DSR for some reason. And some, whatever, right? Yeah, UI changes here. And for changes fixes, we look through it. Pretty much nothing here. It's just a bunch of like dialogue changes, visual glitches, all that. Nothing that actually affects gameplay really. But yeah, that was it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you all in the next one.